In 1969, Electro Harmonix released one of the most famous guitar pedals the world's ever seen in the original Big Muff. 25 years later, in 1994, the world got two things. Firstly, it got me, and secondly, we got a variant of the Big Muff produced over in Russia by Softek. Now, production stopped on that unit in about 2000, but since then, the Russian Big Muff has become this really desirable, sought-after pedal, especially among bassists for the kind of sound that it puts out. A couple of weeks ago, Electro Harmonix reissued the Russian Big Muff in all its military green glory. I guess the kind of red and silver on the American Big Muff was too much a symbol of Western decadence or something, I don't know. But there is one question we have to find the answer to. How does it sound, and is it faithful to the sound of the original? Now this might be an obvious point to make, but the original Russian Big Muffs were essentially built from spare military parts. So the sound of the Russian Big Muff varies slightly between each unit, but they all operate within the same kind of basic framework. They've all got a very subdued high end with a pronounced kind of smooth musical mid-range and a very exaggerated low end, which is why they're so popular with bassists. This pedal follows in that framework very, very faithfully. It's got that same really smooth mid-range that I find quite pleasing to listen to, and I think you can hear best on the kind of lead section of the tune you just heard. At least it's smooth by fuzz standards. But if it's more your thing that you want a kind of hairy, aggressive fuzz sound, if you just dial the tone knob up a little bit, you can push that kind of fizzy high end back in a little bit, but it still maintains this really pleasing mid-range that I find really useful in a mix. It would be very easy to pick at this fuzz by saying that it's a very simple pedal and that it only does one thing, and there's a lot of other fuzzes on the market that'll do more. There's octave switchers and all sorts that you can put into them. Some have got, I think, graphic EQs and whatever else. But I find the simplicity of this kind of reassuring because there's not much that can go wrong with it. It's very easy to dial in, which to me is a big plus. Another big plus, at least in the UK, is that it's pretty easy on the wallet compared to a lot of other fuzzers out there. Now I know some people might not care about that, but I do, and I find it a big bonus. So all in all, the Russian Big Muff is very easy to dial in, it's got a very pleasing sound, at least to my ear, and there's very little on it that can go wrong within this very faithful template it's got of the original Russian Big Muffs. I can't find much to criticise about this, but maybe you'll have a different experience if you try it out. If you do, let me know. I think that's about it for this video, so if you enjoyed it, leave a like below. If you got a comment, positive or negative, leave it in the comments section. If you really enjoyed it, you can subscribe for more. And I guess all that's left to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.